google.com in the address bar, and then once it's opened, you type your query in the text field that shows up there. The second option is using the address bar. So the address bar is what you type, the internet addresses in. You can, it depends on the browser you use. I mean, for some browsers you see specific place where it says search, and then you can use to search. Also, this fact is important, that your browser's address bar may be set to Google by default, or some other search engine by default. It could be Bing or it could be Yahoo. So we just have to find a way to set it and then make it search from a particular search engine. Okay. So I mean, each browser has its own quirks to deal with. So we just have to find out how to do it with yours. All right. How do you actually do the searching? How about the strategies involved? Okay, so we talk about it. Now, there's this interesting anecdote that I want to share. This was the title of a news item from The Guardian in the UK, and the title was "Manners Make It None." Okay, not man, but nan. Nan for nanny. Google praises 86-year-old for polite internet searches. I don't know whether you heard the story, but there was an 86-year-old woman, nanny, who wanted to search for something on Google, and see how, well, it became a story because the grandson saw, went to her computer and then saw what she had done, and he found it so hilarious. He shared it on the internet and it became viral. That's what the nanny put up. Can you read? It says, "Please translate these Roman numerals. Thank you." I mean, that was how the 86-year-old, 86 years old, she's seen a lot in the world, right? This story was about 4 years ago. But, I mean, it includes so many other things that like, she wanted to be polite. Apparently, she thought Google was some persons somewhere, responding to users' queries. So she added "please" and "thank you." It's all good, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to go to that extent in order to search for things on Google. So that was just by the way. First point is just keep it simple, okay? Make your searches brief, okay? Like, make them brief. Take away prepositions mostly. You know what prepositions are? Words that join nouns and pronouns and other sentences together. You can keep them out, basically. All right. So usually what you are trying to do is providing or supplying keywords that the search engine would use to do the search. So you keep these keywords to the minimum. All right, you keep it to a minimum. You don't have to write in, "Please, can you translate this Roman numerals and add thank you?" So you don't have to do that. All right. One, it helps you. It saves you the searching, the typing. It saves you the typing, and then again, the queries can do without it, so you don't have to do it. Also, if you want more relevant results, then you have to keep it a bit to a minimum. The second point, suggestions. Okay, as you enter terms, modern browsers will try to, suggest, popular results. Okay, so you can just select which ones meets your need, and then you use it. It's possible that whatever you are searching, there's someone else, at another end of the world or in another part of the world who has used similar, keywords, and so there are suggestions to help you to get to the point quickly. Okay, they give you new ideas as well. The third point is that use natural language. By this, I mean you don't have to use complicated words, or phrases to get results. All right. Search engines are designed to recognize, the language you naturally use. All right. So you can use whatever comes to mind, and it would work. All right. So how do you find specific types of content? Okay, how do like now getting to doing actual searching? How do you go about it? Search engines can find many other types of contents, in addition to web pages. I've only been talking about web pages, but search engines are designed to also look for images, videos, news, and many more. And for images, for instance, you can just find an image, load it up in Google Images, and then it tries to find where or which website contains the image, or which news item contains the image you're looking for. And I mean, this can help a lot. You remember a story about I don't know, was it a president's speech or something, and then someone posted an image, I don't know, was it something political that happened in Ghana recently, and it was found out that it was not original. It was plagiarized or something. So these can help with images. Also with videos, you can do similar things. The algorithm works as well. All right. So you may, if you still can't find what you are looking for, you may have to try some different terms. So you try first with some terms, and then you see certain results, you are not satisfied, then you have to change the terms, in the query. And then you do a bit of critical thinking as well. I mean, you just have to think, they are not things that happen randomly. You just have to also sometimes think about it a bit and see how you can rephrase, or you can use terms to get results that you want using. So a bit of critical thinking is involved here. Things don't happen by themselves. They need some human input. So for example, let's say you're looking for a place where you could adopt a dog. All right, you want a dog and looking for a place. The animal shelters, I don't know here, but I mean certain places there are animal shelters, and then you would like to adopt a dog. What are some of the words you'd use to describe or help you with your search? What do you think? Send them to me in the chat. Let's see. But you can see what I've suggested here. Animal shelter. All right. So those in red, animal shelter or pet rescue. Okay, if you can type in pet rescue as well, or something like place to adopt a dog. You can see how I've colored the words differently. Place to adopt a dog. Now those in black are those that can be left out, in the term, and it would work, because I said try to avoid as much prepositions as possible. Okay, so you can just do place, adopt, dog, and it will work. All right. Now the quotes that you see, these quotes, if the search term is placed in the quotes, then you want everything within the quotes to appear as one thing. So wherever they appear as one, that is what you are looking for. All right. So once you place the quotes there, then the search engine or Google searches the exact phrase on the internet for you. All right. So maybe animal shelter or pet rescue. What do you think? You can send me a comment in the chat to see what you also think about this. Now, all of these three options will give relevant results. Okay, but they may also be different. All right. So I mean, depending on what you put in a search bar, the results would differ. If one term doesn't give you quite what you want, it may be helpful to try another. So you keep searching until you can get to what you want. That is one way of searching. But what if you don't know what to search for? You know, certain instances you don't know what to search for in the first place. Okay, there are suggestions or there are ideas as to how to go about that as well. What you do in that instance is that you search for what you know. All right, you have no idea where to start the search, but you can start from what you know. You see. So let's do an example. If you wanted to find an old song with a title you can't remember, all right, that's an example of that instance. It happens to me sometimes. Sometimes you want to get something, but you cannot really pinpoint exactly what the search term is. So you start from what you already know. What you can do in this instance is that you search for some of the lyrics. I mean, it's a song, so you know some of the lyrics, so you can start from there. Okay, and then if you remember the artist, you can put in the name or something about the artist. Sometimes it could even be something that is related to the artist. You know, it could be a scandal or some story related to the artist or artist. You know, and then you can start from there. Or any other piece of information that could help you to narrow down. So the whole point is that you try to, it's a big database, it's a big web of information. You just want one thing or two things. So you just have to narrow things down. So the whole point is trying the different search terms is narrowing things down. Okay, narrowing things so that the results are also narrowed before you are overwhelmed with all kinds of information. So that's basically the whole idea. And sometimes you may have to dig a little, but searching for things in a creative way can help you find what you're looking for. So the whole point is about creativity as well. So you have to be creative about your search. All right. And by creativity, I'm talking about using different search terms and changing them, and then looking at the results you get, and then refining that in the process as well. Yeah. So let's delve a bit into narrowing things down. What does it mean to narrow things down? Narrowing things down basically means filtering out what exactly you want. All right. Sometimes you want to search for very specific information, okay, that a normal search can find. And that's where Google's advanced search comes in. Okay, so Google has another part called advanced search, and that's what we are looking at. We are going to look at next. So what it does is that it narrows down search results for complex searches, you know, by using a very dedicated page for it. So there's a dedicated page for advanced search. For example, you can find sites updated in the last 24 hours or images that are in black and white. So I mean, that's like very specific, you see. But before you do that, a normal search will not help you get it. So you have to use a tool that helps you to filter and narrow things down a bit. So that's where the Google Advanced Search is. Now you may not have noticed, but when you go to the Google homepage and then you go to settings, okay, settings, and then it pops up, you will see advanced search button from there. And when you click the page, it gives you the advanced search page. You see. All right. So that is advanced. I mean, you have multiple text boxes to type in things, and anything that you type there has a meaning. Okay, so you can see the first thing there says advanced search, find pages with, and then you can find pages with what follows. Is it all of these words? So when you type in all of these words, that means it will find the words or pages that contain the words that you type in here. All right. Okay. Or do you want this exact word or phrase? All right. So when you type it in that, it will find the exact word or phrase. Any of these words, also has its so this is using the or functionality. And then none of these words, okay, you don't want some words to appear. Okay, you can even do numbers ranging from, do you see, certain specific numbers that range from somewhere. And then you can narrow your results by certain filterings, filters. Okay, so you can filter them up. The language, by region, you know, by last update, size or domain, terms appearing, you know, whether you want safe search on, you know, safe search is when you don't want it, you determine whether you want sensitive materials, you know, things like pornography or things, you know, sexually explicit content. If you do not want them to appear in your searches, then it should be turned on. And then file type or usage rights, okay, whether they are free or they are proprietary. So that's the advanced search. You know, it gives you a lot more leverage to type in what you want. So the first thing you do is what I've said before. Go to the page. In the find pages with section, enter your set terms. In the then narrow results by section, choose the filters you want. You can use one or more filters, and then you just click advanced search. All right. So you can filter it by language, region, etc., etc. All right. That's what's different from the normal search. All right. The advanced search. That's what makes it different from the normal search. All right. Anyone with a question or comment? Let's see. Okay, so I see someone saying dog adaptation is a different word from adoption. You see, so the results will be quite different. If you're talking about dog adaptation, is it something to do with evolution or biology? You know, and adoption is it has an entirely different meaning. All right, you can try. So thanks for the comments. If you have some more comments, questions, keep them coming in. All right, now so that is how you use Google to search. But sometimes Google can do more than just searching things or searching text, and I refer to them as hidden features of Google search. You may have come across some, or you may not be aware at all. But Google has certain interesting features that are often hidden from view, as it were. Okay, and then they can be very interesting, and they can help you with your search if you know it. So I will take you through a few of them. If you know anyone that I forget here, you can also send me a text or in the chat. Tell me about it. All right. Now, Google can do much more than find websites. All right. I mean, there are all kinds of numerous features, and they are all to help with your online experience. See, the world is gradually moving towards online. I mean, everything is going online now with all the social media lifestyles. There are a lot of things going online. So Google tries to help with that. All right. Now, if you open Google or your browser, if you're using Chrome, and then you just type in something that is near me. So if you just include near me in the phrase, all right, Google automatically opens up map and then tries to show you something that don't. Once you type near me, okay, if you say, for instance, food near me, it's able to tell, the restaurants. I mean, of course, the restaurant should be registered on Google Maps, etc. Okay, but once they are registered there, I mean, as a business, they can Google can tell you that it's within your vicinity, and then help you find it. That's interesting. Just by including near me in your phrase. All right, that's one. It can also help you with your math. Okay, so if you just type in 42 divided by 11, you get an answer. Okay, I mean, it can be a huge calculator for you. If you just type in 19 times 8, you also get an answer. If you type in something like solve triangle, it gives you the formula for solving triangles. It's interesting, isn't it? All right. I mean, there's a lot of algorithmic engineering that has gone behind the scenes at Google. But I mean, when I discovered that, I was really blown away by it. Okay, it can do much more than math as well. It can do conversions. All right. If you say kilometers to miles, it's able to tell you what it is. All right. If you say Ghana cedi to dollar, okay, or the currency of your country to another currency, Google can just, it's able to tell that you want to do some conversion, and then it's automatically. So there's a huge kind of AI things going on in the background, all kinds of text mining and things like that. All right. It can also do definitions and translations. Okay, if you type in define and then add any word to the end, it's able to source the definition from Oxford Dictionary and tell you what the definition is. So if you type expectorate, also if you add meaning, okay, so if you see the second example, if you type expectorate and then add meaning to it, then you get a dictionary that tells you that expectorate means to cough, all right, or to spit out phlegm from the throat or lungs. All right, you can also do translate. If you add translate to the word or your phrase, it's able to do translation for you. It's able to automatically call up Google Translate to translate a phrase or a word. That's also quite interesting. The weather. If you want to know the temperature on Mount Everest, all right, just type in weather Mount Everest. You're in Ghana, but you can tell. I mean, it's a fascinating time we live in, isn't it? I mean, you're in Ghana here, or anywhere that you may be, and then you can just type in to know the temperature that is on Mount Everest in Nepal, right? And I think that's cool. Distances between places. So, say from Raleigh to Asheville, it can tell, and then how much time you need to get there, right? And then show you where to go. I mean, it opens up map again, and then if you want directions, it gives you the directions button, and you can just use it to find your way. All right, interesting times we live in. Sure. It can even do this one. I didn't know. I mean, you can even track your package. I mean, if you are someone who buys a lot online, and you are buying from, or it's being shipped by one of these popular courier service agencies, all right, you can track your package. For example, UPS or even FedEx, I think. You can track, just put in your tracking number, and then Google can help you track your package, which is something that I didn't know. It's interesting. I'm sure there are so many other things. Anyone who has an idea what something that I'm missing? All right. Okay, so I think it brings me to the end of my short session today. Knowing how to search the web is an important skill. I already talked about the fact that we live in a digital age, and your ability to use the tools that are available today is crucial in order that you are comfortable living in this age. And one of these skills is your ability to search the World Wide Web for the information that you require. If you're a student, I cannot overemphasize how important this is. If you are a business person, if you are an entrepreneur, whoever you are, okay, grandma at home, your ability to search, the vast resources on the World Wide Web is such an important thing, an important skill that having it is it's a good thing. All right, so that will be all. I think I'll finally say thank you for joining. I hope you had some new knowledge. Okay, I'll wait a few minutes for questions, and if there are no questions, then I can just call it a day. Thank you very much.